Hey everyone! Woof, 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 woof. Hi! It's Rita from It's Rita to the Rescue, as if you didn't know. Okay, Lola. Okay, that means stop. That means stop. Hi everyone. Okay, Lola. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's stop. Let's stop. All the boys stop. You got to be the girl that stops, okay? Good morning to everyone. I can't say that too many times because Lola doesn't get her cue on time. So, let's see. It's day 3 or Wednesday of our freebies. Here, let me see if I can give her a treat and she'll stop. Come here. Come over here. Yeah. Ladies first. Come here. So today, I hope you enjoyed yesterday. It was so awesome to have the actual designer on. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but we had the actual designer of Bird's cards on the show, on the live, and she was just so wonderful. I just love her. And she said, you know, if there are any problems with the download, let her know. And so that was just real nice to have her. Today we're going to be doing some freebies from Dreaming Tree. This is a place that you guys know a little bit more about, but I wanted to show you because there are so many freebies. And there's just like a ton of free files from Dreaming Tree. This is something they've done all along. And usually when they come out with a new project, they come out with a freebie. And so most of the time they're cards. And sometimes they're little boxes. They're definitely smaller. And what's great is if you're the kind of person that feels a little bit intimidated by their larger projects, this is a great way to get to know the designer and get to know how they sort of think and put together their files, because each designer is different and they put their files together. Oh, you bought the gingerbread one? I want to do that gingerbread one so badly. And so each designer puts their, cards together differently, or their projects together differently. And if you've seen me try to put together a 3D model from Dreaming Tree, you know that sometimes they just take a lot of work. They're very labor intensive, but not the freebies. The freebies are pretty easy to do. They usually only have 4 or 5 elements that you have to pull in. And there's some really awesome cards. In fact, I think I might have pointed out the flamingo card, and I get that one a lot. People send me that one a lot, which I adore. But there are all kinds of cards here, all kinds of files. I believe they have over 100 files, and something for every holiday or occasion. There's like Christmas and winter and Valentine's, Easter, Halloween, and back to school and thank you and everything else. So while I was here, since it is August, I thought that I would get kind of a jump start on the fall, but then also give a little bit of a nod to the end of summer. So I've picked 3 cards that are very different from each other, and they have a few interesting little elements that I want to show you. So the first one is this really pretty lavender greeting card. I just love this one. This is the kind of thing that could be mass produced, I think, if you wanted to just make, and you could change up this from greetings to thank you, or with sympathy, or some thinking of you, that sort of thing. And here it is. It's just a very basic, smaller size A2 card with its own envelope. You don't have to do their envelope. You can just use your pre-made envelopes if you want, but they do always give you some really pretty envelopes. This is an exception that I would make an envelope for. So this is lavender, and this was released, usually when they release a a kit or a bundle, a free gift, they have this additional. So this was for the April or the Spring in Paris grouping. And it's lavender because lavender fields in France. I really like lavender. I've worked with it a lot in my soap days, so I really like this, and I like the understatedness of it. I chose Leo, when he put it together, he used gold, but I wanted to use just kind of like really soft neutral colors, so that's what we did. That's the first one. The next one is here's the adorable, look at the accent, the seashell, the scallop shell. The next one is this one, which it's not like, it's just a sun, sand, and sea. I just think it's just kind of a nice thing to send to somebody if you just want to send a card. It's a beautiful beach scene, and it's got this really interesting detail here. You don't have to add this sun, sand, and sea. I'm going to show you how I did that with Smart Vinyl, okay? But that's this one. It has a really cute sun, which you can ink. I do have my inks today, so I'm going to show you how to do that. If that's something that interests you, you might want to stay tuned. So that is the Sun, Sand, and Sea card. And then the last one, getting ready for Halloween. Look at this adorable envelope, and it is a bona fide Halloween witch, and it just says Happy Halloween. That I also did in the Smart Vinyl, and it's just a real kind of close-up on her bottom half, I guess. And so that was so much fun to put together. It didn't need any embellishments, although you could, put a few little here and there, but I just liked it the way it is. Actually, he had in his stockings, he used a paper that was striped, but I just used gray. So you can do this any way you'd like. They're all really fun cards, and they're all free. So if you've never been introduced to this company before, if you've never seen it, you can find it by going to 3dsvg.com. It's called Dreaming Tree, but their URL is different. Now, as soon as you get to their homepage, you can see that there is a bar down here. It says shop, and then it says free files, help, blog, contact us, about us. We're going to be focusing on the free files, but I just want to really quickly tell you how they kind of do this. So they have free gifts, and then they have free files. So this is a brand new free gift that they have. I forget what it's called, like a fairy garden or something like that. Really cute. It has this really large fairy box, head of the fairy, and then a card, and then this that would look adorable in a young child's room, I think, but it's kind of like the mandalas that people have been doing. It's a structural, or what do they call it? Sculpture, like kind of a paper sculpture. So that's different. This is a free gift, and what you do is you can get this, but you have to purchase to get this. Okay. And this is how they run. They run about a week, and you have to usually spend about $10 to get that. But the free files are absolutely free. So we're going to go to free SVGs, and you can see here that there's all kinds of things. There's summer, winter, spring, fall, and all these things. This is where I got them, and this is how you're going to do this, okay? So there are lots of cards in here. I'd say about 20 different cards, and they also have some little things like this little bucket, which we will do, and we'll do this one here as well. So, but we're not today. So anyway, they also, if you have an interest in coloring your vellum with your printer, you can pick up the vellum color packs here. There's 2 of them, and they are also free. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the file, and you're going to add it to your cart and go to your cart. Now you do have to have an account with them, which I do, and then you're just going to check out. Since there's no payment required, you just have to check out. This is the way it goes. I can't like give you this free file, even though it's free. You have to go to their site to get it, okay? So it doesn't cost anything. You just have to have an account with them, and you probably want to if you're interested in SVGs, because they have and they don't spam you with a ton of email either, which I'll mention. Okay, so then you're going to hit checkout, and once you check out, you are going to go to download. Wait, boop. I had to put my confirm, checkout. Okay. And you click for order details. So there's my order details. And then you're going to come back. You can either come back to your account, which is where I'm going to go, my account, and downloadable products, which is right here. And it will, sorry, somebody was trying to call me. I forgot to turn my phone off. Okay. And so here's where you'd go and find the file that you want, and then you download it. Okay. So this is a little bit of a change from theirs because they have a brand new site. So a little bit of a change. So you're going to download it, and then you'll find it in your downloads file. So here's my downloads file, right here. And you'll see I have a ton of downloads here. I even have a special folder just for these guys, right? Here's all the downloads that I've had that I still haven't put into my my computer to Design Space. Because once you download, you then have to go to Design Space, and you're going to open up, let's save this. You're going to open up a new canvas by hitting new if you have something there, and then you're going to go to upload. So you go to upload, and you'll see that there is like an oval button that says upload image. And so when you click that and hit browse, it's going to bring you to that download file. You see? And here's the 3D SVG. So there's all of these files. You have to find which file that you're looking for, and you'll notice when you get there, you'll have another sub file that has all the SVGs in it. That has a PDF which you can print, and even there is a PDF for the smaller files. You don't always need to print those, but also a JPEGs that you can look at when you're putting it together. The other thing that Leo does is, or the Dreaming Tree does, Leo is the guy that owns it, but the other thing that he does is he does videos for all of his products. Sometimes they're a bit long, so you have to take the time if you really want to understand how they go together. And that's why I like to do their files once in a while, because you guys can see how it's done without having to watch maybe the big long video. Plus, I like to put my own little spin on things, just like everybody does. So when you get to the SVGs, you'll see that each of the colors or parts of the SVG are in separate elements. You do need to click on each one and open them. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upload each one. So once you're done uploading each one of these, like this, so here you go. Then you're going to pick a few of all of the ones that are part of that file. Okay, so this is all part of the same file. I would pick that. Actually, let me see if I can. Yeah, let's do the witch. So here's the witch's envelope, and then here is all the pieces for the witch. Just like that. And it's a super easy cut. It's really a paper piecing. And that's why I'm able to do 3 of them today. I'm just going to get rid of this because this I accidentally pulled in. So a couple of things that I want to mention here, and that is instead of doing this as a print then cut, which is that Happy Halloween, I have 2 of them here for some reason. But instead of doing them as a print then cut, what I decided to do is ungroup this and make this a smart vinyl cut. so I could use smart vinyl on my card. And then this becomes the little white that you can cut out. I actually did not cut out this white part for my card, so that's going to be missing, but you guys can see that. And then all you need to do here is make sure you attach these pieces. Any piece that has these little dashed cut lines have to be attached. Attaches down here on the bottom. It looks like a paper clip. So we're going to attach all of those. The reason we do that is if you don't attach them, when you go to cut them out, they will not, those little dash cut lines will not be a part of anything, and so you'll have like sort of a phantom mat. So just so I can show you what that would look like, so we'll have that detached, and we can go hit make it, and we'll do it on the mat. And let's see, where's our phantom one? It's got to be around here somewhere. Well, it's going to make a liar out of me. Oh, here it is. So this is just the dash cut lines. And if you went to go and cut this as if it were the envelope, it wouldn't cut out the outline of the envelope. You see, that's why you have to. So here's the outline of the envelope. So you have to attach it so that it all cuts on the same sheet. Okay. And then if you are deciding that you want to do a smart vinyl or any kind of vinyl, but I'm going to say smart vinyl, okay, for the Happy Halloween right here, what you would do is you would choose this triple dot and choose move object and choose new, okay, and you can choose whatever color you want. I'm going to say black, and then you have isolated this so that you can now change it to vinyl. But you have one step to go. You have to find that new mat down here, and you have to change it over here. You see it says material load type. You need to change it to without mat, and it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to, let me do this again. Move object, new, black, confirm. And it's supposed to isolate this. So that one is on no mat. And then this one is on a mat. This one is going to be on a mat. And there are these little pieces here that we can move also. So let's do the triple dots, move the object over here. Right? I don't even know why I have these two pieces there. I don't need those two pieces. Hide. Okay. And this one, don't know why this is happening, but it's supposed to isolate that one. If it doesn't do it, if I can't get it to isolate, so move the object to a new one. I'm going to choose gray this time. And right. So now I have, this is the stocking. There's the envelope. Now our envelope isn't together, so I'm going to have to go back and change that, but I'm not going to do that here. And then we have all of these pieces. So it's a paper piecing project, and here we go. The isolated sentiment, and I'm going to change it. And does it? It does. Man, I got to figure out how to do this. Maybe I have to change the color. Weird. Okay. So anyway, you would go and then cut it out. I'm not going to cut it all out for you because there are 3 cards here. So I'm just going to take the time to put it all together because I have a few little embellishments that I want to use for them, and I want to show you how to do that. Okay. So I'm going to move you down, and let's get making. Let's get making. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to change the color, which I thought I did, but I forgot that I had some gray. I had some gray in there. Okay, so we've got these 3 cards. Let's start with this one, which is the Lavender Card. So pretty. It has a little bow on there. I did pop dot it. I used, this is, what do you call it? A smart vinyl. It has a little panel on the inside. Just really cute. You can also what's the word I'm looking for? You can also ink the edges. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So here's my smart vinyl that I cut out. And let me grab the other pieces of this. I think I actually cut a few extra of these because I don't know why. I was thinking maybe I would do something else with them. So I just figured, why not? I have a lot of like these stray cuts that I do, and it tends to confuse me, but I still do it anyway. Okay, so here's the envelope. The thing I like about these envelopes is that they always have a little nice feature on the flap, and so I don't mind making the envelopes. I will tell you though, I generally do not make my envelopes, and that's because I buy them in large quantities, like 250. In large quantities from a company called, I usually buy them from a company called Create for Less. Actually just got a shipment in, what am I doing? I got a shipment in just yesterday, last night. And so I want to show you one of the things that I got at the end. I'll show you, okay? From Create for Less. And I am an affiliate, Create for Less. They have a lot of stuff there, okay? It's a little hard to navigate their site because they have so much stuff, but the prices are very good. So here we go. This is the flap. All you need to do is glue that on there. It creates a beautiful flap, and we're just gonna put a few little dots here and there. And then we'll just make sure we cover the flap because it's gonna cover that whole area. And put it on where the crease is. And there you go. I put a little too much glue there. You can also embellish it if you want further. You can certainly do that. So the card is, I have too many pieces around here for the card, but the card is just a basic card. This is the insert. And then it has the lavender pieces. So what I liked about this one is it creates sort of a two matte like approach to this. So this is the cutout. It's not the full length of the card. I like this design. And then we would take these two pieces and make little layers. This is something that if you are a card maker from before Cricut, this is a very nice border that you might, or not border, but design pattern that you would usually make cards in, where it had a lot of layers. Okay, so this is how we're going to put it together. And then we've got our 3 pieces of cutouts. I would cut these out on intricate cut, and you're just going to layer them like this. Actually, I think I have it this way. Okay, and we're going to layer it like this, and we're going to put that ribbon, which is just simply ribbon that I got. Look, it's a Christmas ribbon. It's kind of like a gold sparkly ribbon. And I thought that was good because it kind of offset this gold that's in this pattern paper. This pattern paper, by the way, came from a Die Cuts with a View called Vintage Memories. It has all the like vintagey kind of writing and sheet lyrics and sheet music and stuff like that. Really kind of cute. So let's go ahead and put this on here, and then I'm going to show you how to do some inking in case that's something you want to learn how to do. And I don't know why I'm using this glue today, but I just am. So this is the insert, which you can certainly add a sentiment to if you wanted to. Leave it blank. That's up to you. And here is my my top piece, or one of my layers that I'm going to put to the left-hand side like this. And then these 2 pieces. Now, Leo made this gold, but I didn't really want to do gold because I felt like it needed to be a little understated. But you can do whatever you like, of course. And then I'm just putting this up here and leaving no border around the top, but on the bottom. So, and then this will be centered right here. And then you are pretty much done except for the sentiment and then the feature, which is the lavender. So let me show you a little bit of inking so that you can decide if you want to do it. I have here today all kinds of little ink pads that I thought I'd show you. This is called a pigment ink. This is a chalk ink, which I think we might want to use for this one because it's a lighter, it's kind of chalky look. And then I also have these dye ink pads, which are brand new from Simon Hurley. I got these at Ranger Ink. And they come in all these really cool colors: Over the Moon, Crown Me, Traffic Cone, and Guppy. We'll use the Guppy one. So let's use this one. We'll use the purple, and maybe we can use a little bit of the blue as well. So we'll use the blue for the background piece. And you can either do this, where you take a sponge and get a little ink on there if you're not like too keen on inking, and less is more with inking, in my opinion. And then then you're just going to go and sort of touch that ink onto the edges of there, and what it does is it creates a little bit more dimension, you see. And then we can do the same thing for the lavender color, and you could do this if you wanted to. This is a pigmented ink, and it has a nice soft sponge, but it can come off a little too much if you're a little concerned. You don't, you can use something like this or a dauber of some kind, but it's up to you how you want to do it. And see how it's lighter? I mean, it's barely visible because it's a lighter color. And then let's do the green. It just gives it a little, I don't know, let's use my French, je ne sais quoi, a little bit, I don't know, that's what that means. And since it's a French card, we had to use our French, okay? So here, these are Versa Magic, I forget what they call these, dewdrops, and they come in little kits like this. They last forever. I've had these for at least 7 years. I don't do a lot of inking, but they do last forever. So once you have the ink done and it's all set, which it's really not a whole lot here, we're going to glue it together. And this goes in the back, and then this is going to go on top like this. So let's get our glue. Where's my other glue? Here's my other glue. And we're just going to dot it. Remember, we don't use a lot of glue because we don't want it to come squishing out. I think I actually did. Did I do the right one? Down here. I wonder if I did the right one. I think the dark one goes in the back. Yeah, it does. Okay, then we're going to just sort of line it up. And it lines up in certain places and on the bottom, because we don't want to see the stalks being purple. They're really green. So here's the green stalks. You see it lines up and covers up the purple. So cute. So glue these. Now, I'm going to put the ribbon on, but first I want to put some pop dots on there because I want to give it also a little more dimension. So, oops, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so let us get our little pop dots. There's not a lot of surface area here, and you don't want to see the pop dots come through. So I would either use smaller pop dots or do what I'm doing, which is cutting a larger piece so that it's smaller, because we don't want to see that pop dot in there. So for instance, here, this one can go, oops, if I take off this one can go like here, and here. So See what I'm doing? And the larger piece I'll put up here where there's a little more area. But they also make pop dots that are tiny, so you can do either or, okay? So I'm not going to peel those off until I get the ribbon. So here's a ribbon. I'm just going to pull a length off. There's actually nothing left here, just this last piece. They don't put a whole lot of ribbon on those. And then I'm going to actually do a bow right here. I want to make sure that it's not at a place. Okay, why is she so barky today? All right, you. And you can just do a fancy bow. I think twine would look good here too, but I wanted to pick up a little bit of that gold from the patterned paper. And let's make a bow. Not my best bow, but you know, you can play around with it. Not the best bow in the whole world. All right. And then just snip. Whoops. And right, pretty, right. So there's our card. And we're going to put it down here, so give it kind of like, it looks good, sort of offset from the actual card base. So we're going to take off these little pieces. This one here was already off, so I think I might put a tiny drop of glue on there just so that I know that part will stay. And let's put it here. Isn't that great? Now we have to do the sentiment. You don't have to do the sentiment, but I like a sentiment on the front of my card. It makes it look more professional. And this one says greetings, which I cut out in smart vinyl, so I did not use a mat. And actually there's two here. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So here's my greetings. You might have to give it a little bit. Nope, it did it very well. Just have to take the inside of the R's out. I have two here. I think because I'm just sort of like afraid that maybe there would be a problem with weeding. So I cut out an extra one just in case. Then I'm going to take a little bit of transfer tape. Man, you guys, you need to see how messy my studio is. I think I'm going to have to take a little bit of time off at the end of August, like I did last year, I think, or maybe it was the year before, where I took some time off and just clean, because I have just so much stuff. I know I always say that, but it's like then I get shipments in because I'm like, oh, there's a sale. Let me buy that. I must buy it. You know, you guys all know because you're crafty people as well. So here is, we're just going to isolate this one. And can just brandish. What's brandish mean? I don't know. All right. And then we can, I like to turn it around and make sure that it comes, all of those letters come off, and it does. I got to tell you, if you guys are used to Joy Smart Vinyl, this is not Joy Smart Vinyl. It is reworked and makes it so much easier to weed and to apply. So I'm just putting it on here on that like sort of border. I'm not pushing it down. I'm not banish. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not like not pushing it down too much because I don't want it to really stick. This transfer tape to really stick. Does that make sense? Brandish. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Anyway, that's our first card. Is that not the most adorable looking card? Burnish. Thank you. Burnish. Thank you, ladies. Burnishing. Yeah, we don't want to burnish it too much because we don't want it to, we don't want it to stick, the transfer tape to stick or to do something to the paper. But I really love using using vinyl on my cards. It uses up some of my vinyl. Burnish, thank you, Nikki. So there is the card, and it pops right on in. You do need to be careful of these little pieces on the lavender because they stick out. So definitely when you're putting it in, just make sure that you're tucking it in, or you could put it in the other way, but I like my cards to come out this way. So when people open them from the back with the flap. Okay, so that's our first one, Lavender Greetings. I love it, love it, love it. I love lavender. Anyway, let's see, what's up next? Okay, let's do the Sun, Sand, Sea one. That's this one. This one's super easy. Almost like, I keep thinking, is it too easy? I don't know. But this is the way this one goes together. You just cut this all out and look, see? This goes on here, and then this comes up here, and it creates that, like, almost the water edge effect, right, like that. And then there's the feature, which is the sun and the starfish. And then we have a little vinyl cutout here. Now this vinyl cutout, I will tell you, I might have a problem with because it, the letters are so small, so super small that I might need to like sort of give it a tug. This is, by the way, the new Smart Vinyl. I had a problem with the "and," so let me, there, nope, it came off okay. And it says sun. It worked great. It worked great. Sun, sand, and sea. There's a couple more here too, so I'm just gonna cut this one off. So it really came off nice, and it weeded nicely. I just have to go and weed between those other letters. Sorry, making a mess of it because I wanted to see if to save that. Okay, so sun, sand, and sea, which I did in the orange to sort of catch this starfish color. Okay. So we got that. And what did I do with my transfer tape? Here it is. So we can just put that on there. And I'm going to burnish it. Burnish it. I'm going to take this and turn it upside down. I see that my "and" on this one is a little messed up. So before I put it on the card, I'm going to try to move it a little tiny bit. It just is one bit. Now, listen, you can do this as a print and cut if you wanted to, or you can do it as even using your pens. But I kind of like doing these little extra vinyl stuff. So you do you. If you want to do it as a print and cut, do it. My end is still a little crooked, but whoop, see, and I should not have burnished it so much. There, oops, and the "and." There we go. So there is that piece, sun, sand, and sea, and then we're going to put it all together. Let's see. The first piece, the larger piece, we're going to use the glue here on this side. And there are these little, I guess it's supposed to be the surf, you know? And speaking of surf and sun and sand and sea, we're going to go swimming today. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be hot. We're going to go down to the Y and go swimming, Owen and I. He's still not in school. School doesn't start here until after Labor Day. Okay, so This piece goes on here. Super easy card. Okay. And it just fits in just like that, you see? And it goes on the inside of the card, but it's not on the inside of the card just right. Okay. See? And then there's this last piece here that goes right here on that little edge. So it gives it the real watery look, you know, the whitish foam from the surf, and then the deeper color there. Now for our little elements to go on there, I think we could probably do a little bit of coloring of them. So that's why I got those colors out here. Now this is a dye ink, okay, which it's a different feel to this ink. So it's not like really mellow, sort of understated colors. And so I'm going to go easy on that. So here's my 2 pieces, and this one here I am going to use the sponge for. This is Guppy, also Simon Hurley, and we're just going to ink this little piece. Always use a little piece of scrap paper underneath, and it might not even show too much, but that's, you know, it will a little bit. Maybe I put a little tiny bit more on. Yeah, there's better. Okay. And again, you can ink your pieces if you want, like right on there. But personally, I don't like to not have control of the ink. So I don't think I would do that. And then for the sun, here is, what's this one called? Over the Moon. This one was called Guppy. And this one's called Over the Moon. And let's just give it a little bit more color. I'm not a huge inker. I mean, I used to be when I was a stamper, but I don't usually do too much inking. But I just thought I'd show you guys how that works. And I'm also going to use some pop dots on this to sort of pop these pieces out. So I need 1, maybe 2 for my sun. And I don't think I need to put it on these little rays. I want to give it the sort of like it's shining over the beach. And then here you'll see that there are these little cutouts just to sort of give you a place to know where these go. And 1 pop dot would be fine for this. And that's all there is to this card. Let me show you. Did I cut out an envelope? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, here it is. So the envelope's really cute too. Their envelopes are always cute. Where's the little embellishment piece? All right, come on. You know, there's something, oh, there it is. Okay, there's something to be said to being too organized, getting everything ready beforehand. So, okay, just a basic envelope, doesn't even have any cutouts, but you'll notice it has this little notch here. And we're just going to fold up these. And again, don't have to use these. If you don't want to, you can use your pre-made envelope if you'd like. But I do like this little feature here, which is a glitter scallop. So cute, right? So I'm going to put some glue. What's going on with my glue over here? Use this one. I don't know, it seems to be like leaking out of the thing. Owen and I were talking about going up to Maine. He said stay over, but I don't know. I don't think I want to stay over, but just going up to Portland to to look at some of the islands. There's one island called Marshmack, or something like that, which is a really nice island that has a dog cemetery on it and fairy houses. Wouldn't that be awesome? So, okay, there's your little card. You can do whatever you want. If you want to add even more stuff there, you can. But that's the second card. Isn't that cute? Sun, sand, and sea. Just really pretty. I think it would make a nice little, just like kind of thinking of you sort of thing. And then the last card is our Halloween witch card. I know it's a little early. Don't get mad at me. But I wanted to do one little Halloween thing. And let's see, this is not part of the Halloween. Let's do the envelope first. The envelope is 3 pieces actually. So I'm gonna fold the 4 flaps. This card is a 5x7 card, so it's a little bit bigger. And there's the flaps. And then we're going to take this scalloped piece and we're going to put it on here, which will show you the hat and these leaves. But then I have a little jack-o'-lantern. So I want to use that. These 3 files, even though they're simpler, they are just lovely. You know, they're really just a lot of attention to detail. That's what I like about the freebies with Dreaming Tree. Very attentive to the details. So it doesn't just look like you threw it together. It really has a lot of lovely little extras. So we're just getting a little bit of glue around these pieces because we don't want it to lift. Just dot it. Remember, any liquid glue you're using, you do not want to use a lot. See, because you don't want it to come out like that. It doesn't wipe away that great. And if you do have a piece that's like lifting, you can just put a little bit of glue there, hold it down. You'll do it better than I will, you know? You'll do it better than I will. Okay, and so here is, here's the jack-o'-lantern. So cute. I love jack-o'-lanterns. Wonder if we're going to have some this year. Did we have them last year? No, I was too sick last year for a jack-o'-lantern. Okay. There's the envelope, super cute. Let's start working on the card. It's a paper piecing card, super easy. Here's the base. I'm gonna fold that at the base. And then this is sort of the front of the card. So you see how it kind of gives like a little stripiness. I love it. And then we're going to do this piece and then the purple, of course, because well, witches wear purple, right? I love the characterization of witches because they do not look like this, and I know because I live right next door to Salem, which happens to be kind of the witch capital of the world. Okay, so then we're going to glue these pieces on. I'll show you how to do that, but first let's glue the main piece on. Kind of funny, years ago I was in, I think it was like kind of an urgent care situation where I was like recovering from something at one of the hospitals. It might have even been Salem Hospital. And there also was this witch, her name is Laurie Cabot, and she's very well known in the community. I don't even know if she's still alive, to be honest, because she did get older. Anyway, she was in the recovery, and it was kind of funny because I didn't have a whole lot of, you know, I guess because I was a kid growing up, and you know, in church or whatever. I didn't have a whole lot of experience with it, and I kind of thought, well, why would witches get sick? Like, because she was in recovery, she had broken her arm or something like that, and that was kind of my introduction to witches. And I'm like, well, they're not like the magical creatures that everybody makes them out to be. They just and they're also not Satanists. They just practice like the earth arts, let's call it, where they like to use herbs and stuff like that. But that was my introduction. I was probably in my 20s. Anyway, she always wore her, you know, the garment that you would think of. But she had a shop in right next to what is the Essex Museum. PB Essex Museum. It's a great museum. I actually used to work for it before they put the brand new building in. What a great place. So much history, and it's not all witches, which is pretty cool. The Salem has a really interesting history besides witches, you know. I think a lot of people come for the witches, and then maybe they get to know like the East India trade route. There's also pirates. There's history, lots of history, and lots of preserved buildings and stuff. All right, so this is her stocking. If you wanted to, and I don't think I have, I might, you could take like a flare and just sort of make some, this is that typical witchy kind of a look to it. You can give her some lined stockings. I will tell you, I've never seen a witch that wears lined stockings like this, but it seems to be very popular in our cultural idea of witches. So you can do this, or you can use a patterned paper if you wanted to. I just thought I'd like to see what this looked like. All right. You could even use vinyl on this, which would look kind of cool. Just cut off little pieces of vinyl, but I did notice that from this card, this part was not defined, although he could have done that. Cricut has a really nice witch one with these types of stockings. They must be just real popular. All right, so that looks cute, but you can do anything you want. If you don't want to use this, don't have to. Remember, this is your project. Okay. And then they get a little bit of embellishments here. There's like a little stocking. I don't know. Is this the top of the boot or something? Did I put it on wrong? I put it on wrong. Okay. And then here is the brim, because every witch has a broom, right? And this is shaped like this, and there's the broomstick. This goes here, so we'll glue that on. And this is actually a little tiny piece for the heel, which I think it looks really cute there. So let's put that on. You can embellish with rhinestones. It doesn't even have to be the Hot Fix rhinestones. I have a few like rhinestones here that I bought, I don't know when, but I thought these purple or these green ones look kind of cool, so maybe we can use that. There is a patch on her dress, which, again, stereotype, but whatever. It's what people expect, I guess. But again, serious attention to detail. This is a free file. You know, I mean, come on. That's pretty awesome for a free file. All right. And this here. right? And so if I wanted to, I don't know where I put it. How about on her shoe? I think that would be kind of cool. But why would she have a rhinestone on a shoe if she's wearing a dress that has a big patch on it? Who knows? I can't question this witch. Just one little boop. Those are sticky backs. All right, and now we're going to do the Happy Halloween. The Happy on the Happy Halloween is so small. I do hope it comes off, but we'll try. Yeah, it did. Look at how tiny it is. I'm having a little trouble with this PY. I might just say HAP. Really small. Let me try this other one. See, this is why I do it twice. Actually, why don't we start from the bottom? Halloween. Halloween, such a great word. It comes from All Hallows Eve, which is the counterpart to All Saints Day. This is All Souls Day. All Hallows Eve is the evening of All Souls Day. No, yeah. And then the next day is All Saints Day. Souls and saints, souls being those that have died, and saints being those that are... Wait, souls are the people... Well, I don't know. I'm confused about that. I'm going to have to check that out. I forgot. I thought one was... Anyway, these were holidays that were created by the Catholic Church so that they could get people away from celebrating the Celtic Samhain, which is spelled like Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain. And I'm having trouble with this P. Might have to come back with this P. There. Happy. I know it's upside down. Might have to come back with it. All right, so where's my tape? Yep, so Samhain is a Celtic holiday, and it's been around forever and ever, and it's supposed to be, it's kind of like a combination of harvest and celebration for harvest, and then also the idea that, you know, winter's coming, so it's that sort of celebration, but also the idea that supposedly the veil of life, the veil that separates the living from the dead, is thinnest at that time, and so that is why people can often have and we celebrate, you know, the people that have gone before us, that kind of thing. My happy isn't coming out right. So I'm going to have to come back with the happy. All right. But so it's become like sort of this ghoulish thing, but really it's a lot like the Dia de los Muertos, which is the Hispanic version. It's mostly Mexican and some of the other Latin places, but the Dia means the Day of the Dead, and that's when you celebrate the people that have gone before you, which I think is really nice. I do think is really nice. So because, you know, when you lose people, it's not like, oh, we put them in the ground and that's it, you stop thinking about them. So, but I'm not trying to... There's my P. And I might... How come I can't get that P off? Well, anyway, it's really small. So I might have to go back and do that. But see, I have HAPY. So I can do that little... Do I have another P here? I do! Awesome. HAPY. Oh, I'm making a right mess of this. Ah. All right, let's do this. Happy. Oh, I made a mess. I'm going to have to cut it out again. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, I'll show you the original one so that you can see I actually did do it. See? Happy. Oh, the P is a little messed up. Anyway, you could use a pen if you wanted to. Or you could do it this way. Anyway, that is the completed. Oh, I don't have a buckle either. I don't know where that went off to. Oh, well. So there's a little buckle that goes on her shoe, and there's a little patch that goes there that I can't seem to find those pieces for. But let me show you how it goes in. So cute, right? And there you go. So I want you to try these files. They're free. And you know what? If you forget or can't find the downloads, you can re-download them. And they don't mind. That's why they put them there. So you get used to their files, because their files can be a little intense. So definitely do them. So there's our 3 cards for today for our freebie from Dreaming Tree. There's our lavender greeting card. Love that. So pretty. There's our sun, sand, and sea card, which opens like that. Really pretty. And then, of course, is our Halloween. Happy Halloween, which I got on wrong, but you'll forgive me for that. And just like that. Who would not want to receive one of these cards, or all 3? So, that is today's lesson. Sorry, I am actually really prepared when these start, but I have very little room here, so I end up like moving stuff around. I so appreciate that you forgive me for all of those foibles, and I love it that you come. Make sure that if you are liking this content and you're watching it and everything, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube or follow me on Facebook, and you may be eligible for some prizes. If you're already following, definitely comment, share, like. The liking really does help. It helps me get up there in the rankings, and so my content is offered up to more people. And so that's a way to support me without ever actually spending a dime. Okay, thank you, everybody. This card is an A2 size card, so it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's an A2, and then these 2 are A7s, which are, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 by 7. Yeah, this is a little smaller than an A7. It might be an A6. And then this one is an A7. So 5 by 7. This is a little smaller than 5 by 7. And then this one is an A2, which is 4 1/2 by 3 1/2. Yeah, we have a contest coming up this Saturday, which is creeping up on us. So it's going to start on Sunday. I don't know if it's like Sunday morning or Saturday. I don't know. I have to check. But it is for this month, it's for a bundle of joy. Giving away a joy machine and all the extras. That will start this weekend sometime, and I will announce it on Saturday. Saturday's our Zoom call. Hope you can make it. It's free to join. Anybody can join anywhere they are, and it's just a way to get together and chit chat about whatever life, some of the things we're experiencing and everything. So I'd love to see you on Saturday night. And then what else we got? Tomorrow is another day of freebies. I think we're going to do Simply Crafty SVGs. They have a lot of freebies as well, and not a lot of people know about them. So I hope you enjoy your day. I know I'm going to enjoy it, spending with my son and going swimming and talking about what we're going to do for the end of the summer. We always do something fun. We don't often get to go away overnight, but we always do something fun. And that's all a lot of fun. Anyway, Thank you, everybody, for coming today. And we'll see you again tomorrow, I hope, at 9 o'clock for Cricut Chat. Take care.